Good evening. I am Terrell, this is Terrell Games, and we're playing Civilization 6 as Canada. It's been a long time since I've recorded, actually. It's been close to 2 months, actually a little over 2 months. When last I recorded, I was not feeling particularly well. I was at the start of a cold that ended up being quite bad. Not COVID, thankfully, but still a very rough cold. And you could probably hear it in those last couple of videos. If you ever heard a clicking sound, that was me using a manual switch to mute myself for coughing. But I'm back again, and I'm going to play a bit more Civilization 6. I just need to review to see where I am. So we have a few cities here. I've recently built a settler. I don't remember where I'd originally planned to put it, but as I look more on the map, I think I'm going to go this way with it. I see some iron here. The question is, and I'm going to send an explorer maybe, or maybe this just the settler will explore. I want to see if there's a way from this part of the water into this wider ocean. If there is, then putting it maybe right here. In fact, if I click here, yeah. So if I maybe put on this tile here, then I'll have great access to the crabs. A -3 loyalty is for being this far away, but still close to another enemy city. I might just absorb that, just to guarantee that I'm on this ocean coast. Hey, Canada's playing. How delightful. I can also consider going this way. It says that this is a good spot to put a city, but this actually isn't ocean access. I mean, it is, but the fact that this is glaciers here, what do they call it? Ice. So I can't get ships from here across, though I can build a harbor in this around this tile here. So that's not an impossible thing. Actually, building a city here might let me continue expanding this way, though. Kind of undercut the Inca. That's not a terrible idea. I've got a good amount of money and a good income, so I can always build or buy more settlers as I go. So I think I am going to go this way. Even though I argued against this exact spot, I'm going to put my settler here anyway, because I'm going to try to build Canada this way, towards the east. We are, after all, a nation that goes from coast to coast to coast, as they say. Wonder which city it will be founded. I've done research since this as well. I was asking in earlier videos what order these cities come in. It turns out it's completely random. They have a list of cities that you could found, and the first one is always the capital. That one will never change, but after that it's an entirely random list. So here we go. I have a ship, a galley. I was going to send him out to explore. I believe I have one other galley that went yonder. Yeah, he's over here. So this has been one exploration ship. This one is going to go east and try and map out the rest of this civilization. Figure out the rest of Incan territory. Off you go. Okay. And who are you? Babylonians. At least I can pass through their territory pretty easily. This is a city-state. Chinguetti. I don't even know where that is. I'm learning a little bit more about geography every time I play. Alright, so construction. They've just built this galley. The lighthouse will give me an extra trade route capacity. I only have 2 trade route capacities right now. That's up here. And the more I have, then the more money I can make. So yeah, let's build that. I still haven't built walls or a monument here for culture generation. That should come too. But let's start with the lighthouse. Over here, Quebec City still hasn't made anything, or is waiting for production orders as well. Ottawa is building an encampment, which I believe I put here. Is it this one? Yes. So encampments in this game, we'll get a better look at it once it's built. But this is kind of a military tile that will let me project a bit of power in the direction of Zulu territory here, if and when I have to militarize in that direction. I'm hoping I won't have to, but You never know. Montreal's still working on the government plaza, and Winnipeg's still working on its harbor. Alright. What to build in Quebec City? They've just built a granary. I think I might go for ancient walls here because I see the possibility of an invasion coming this way. So I think an ancient walls, and maybe even an encampment later this way, just again to bolster this border from the Zulus. I should probably defend this area here from the Incas. Right now I think everyone likes me though. Yeah, I'm friends with the Zulu. And the Incas are friendly with me. We're not a declared friend yet. They have no grievances. Okay, so enough time has passed that my broken promise has essentially expired. That's good. They were mad at me for a little while. Let's go through here. Christina of the Swedish Empire is ambivalent towards me. Neutral. Let's send them a delegation. Will they like it? Yes! So, I actually don't fully understand the mechanics of a delegation, but it's for boosting friendship. They still are neutral towards me, but this has helped. We sent them a delegation and we have open borders with them. Ooh, they're at war with Russia and Arabia. Interesting. Let's see. There's a deal to be made for economics. I could increase my happiness at the cost of money. I don't really need to do that right now. I think my cities are mostly happy. Saladin of the Arabian Empire. They're unfriendly with me. Is there a reason why? I have been improperly respectful of his religion. That would do it. Can I send you a delegation? Actually, I think delegations are almost always turned away if you have an unfriendly relationship. Let's try it anyway. Spend the money. No. I need to get more luxury resources so I have some things to trade. Oh, they are bankrupt. Interesting. Alright. Vietnam. Something else I've learned about the game, which I'm going to come back to. Ooh, what do they not like? Oh, I have grievances against them because they conquered Hong Kong. Was Hong Kong a friend of mine? This is what happens when you don't pay too much attention. Oh yeah, there's Hong Kong. That's definitely in the territory of the Vietnamese. Now, something I learned in researching between recording. I had made a comment that the Vietnamese get bonuses associated with being in territory or in tiles that are rainforest. And Canada has bonuses associated with tundra tiles. And I thought, well, what a happy coincidence. It turns out that there is an algorithm that puts us there, like in increased likeliness. So that's good to know. Well, they've got a good amount of money here. The Vietnamese are doing pretty well. What about the Babylonians? Why don't they like me right now? Unknown reasons. Oh, but unknown reasons are increasing the relationship, so maybe that'll slowly start to skew upwards. And what of Russia? There's no real reason for them not to like me. Well then. Oh, one thing I just clicked to go away said that the promise not to settle too close to them, which I originally made. So I made the promise when I founded Montreal, and I broke the promise when I settled Quebec City. That promise has expired, and actually apparently it's considered fulfilled, even though I broke it. So, not for me to understand, apparently.
7 girls were chased by bears. The bears were just about to catch them when the girls jumped on a low rock. One of the girls prayed to the rock. Rock, take pity on us. Rock, save us. The rock heard them and began to grow upwards, pushing the girls higher and higher.
All right, natural wonder. And where is that. Didn't actually see that. That's gorgeous. It's a shame that that the Incas have it in their territory. I would otherwise like it. So the missionaries are in the process of spreading my religion. I'm already the dominant religion in Wanuku and Antawalia. I hope. Antawela. That's a 2 L's, not an L-I. Good to know. Spread the word of the butterfly, my friends. And I continue to explore with this lowly archer unit. What wonder is this? The Oracle. They built the Oracle. Okay. Now I don't know if the Inca have any more cities this way. I should probably send a scout unit. I could actually explore with the missionary. It's just, if he gets attacked, that will not be great. Pardon me a moment, everyone. I need to pause my recording. Thank you. Sorry about that, everybody. A request was made of me, so I took a quick pause to help Mrs. Terrell with something. And now I am back. And we're about to learn as well whether I know how to combine 2 videos into one. Ooh, I'm not friends with Shaka Zulu anymore. I will need to renew that. Halifax needs more housing. Let's look into that. It's building the lighthouse. Lighthouse does actually give us +1 housing. And +2 housing if the city is adjacent to a coast, which it is. So hopefully that'll actually help solve our problem soon. Choose production. Where? The government plaza has been built. What has been unlocked? Okay, so the government plaza building at different eras in the game unlocks buildings, which you can pick one of 3, and it will always, when there's a new building, it's always you need one of these 3, and it will give you the choice of one of the next 3. So we have the Ancestral Hall, 50% increase in settler production, new cities receive a builder. Interesting. Governor title, and we get a policy card. The autocratic policy card. Oh, we get that for any of them. This one here, +2 amenities and +4 housing in cities with governors, but minus loyalty in cities without governors. I don't really like that trade-off. And the Warlord Throne. Capturing an enemy city grants 20% production in all cities for 5 turns. I don't know that I'm going to be much of a warrior. I'm not much of a military conqueror in this. I'm Canada, so it's not like we can declare surprise wars. So I think I'm going to go with the Ancestral Hall. This city is not going to be building too many settlers probably, unless I send them off on expeditions onto this ocean. But the free builder with every new city is very tempting. So that's what I'm going to build. Okay, can I switch this so I get a better view of the area? Alright, so there's definitely an Incan city over here. This is very cute. Terrace Farm. Oh, I think that's one of their... it's one of the Incan things that they can build, like a unique improvement they can make. But you can see the ground is all elevated. I like it. There it is. Cusco. That might be how you pronounce it. Ooh, that's their capital. And they will soon learn to worship the butterfly. Ooh, and we've met a city of Sweden. Oh, here's a governor title. I can promote or I can get a new one. Let's see. Don't remember where all these people are, actually. Well, should I put... I can get Victor the Castellan, who's kind of a military bonus guy, and I can put him in Quebec City, which is closest to where potential corridors of invasion might be. Or Montreal, the same. Yeah, you are going to go in Quebec City. Or Montreal. Montreal. Ooh, who's up here? Tornadoes. Oh no! Oh no. Fast-moving line of storms gallop across the darkening summer sky, with tornadoes ominously forming beneath. One damaged tile. Is it one of mine? Oh, the Russians like me. Alright. So I think what this means actually is I'm quite behind culturally, because the world has been at the medieval era for some time.
There is nothing but a plank between a sailor and eternity.
Alright, this is important. So we're just going to quickly go through what this is. This research, this science that I've just uncovered, unlocks the Colossus. It's a wonder that gives us a free trade route capacity and a trader. That's useful. A new naval unit, which honestly I'm probably not going to build too much of, if at all. The quadrireme is a very early game naval unit. That is the first one that has ranged combat, but I'm only range of 1. I'm probably not going to build any of them, honestly. But this is the key one. Allows land units to embark. Now it means that all of my land units are also sea units. They're basically useless in the water. They're very slow, but it means that I can ferry them across lakes. I can do lots of things.
A good navy is not a provocation to war. It is the surest guarantee of peace.
Alright, I'm probably not going to take either of these cards. But let's actually go have a look, because I want to show over here. Alright, so we can't really see them anymore, but before we saw a settler in the water. Before, only certain units could embark. Settlers might have always been able to, I don't remember. Workers could after you unlocked a certain thing, because then that's how they improve tiles in the ocean. But now all of my military units can as well. So if I, for example, put an army here and needed to put them over here. Actually, this is a bad example because these are all cliffs, and you can't go from the sea to a cliff with a land unit. But I'd be able to bypass something for here, for example, by going through the water. That is a good thing to have. What new research should I do? Ooh. Dams are pretty good to have, actually. Buttresses. Military engineering unlocks niter on the map. That's then the first step for starting to build gunpowder units. Castles is a new kind of walls that unlocks. Stirrups gives us the knight, kind of the first really hearty cavalry unit. Machinery gives us the crossbowman. I do like that. I think that might be where we go. And what new civic? Okay, I'm going to get 6 farms pretty soon, so that will give us the inspiration moment for here. I'm also going to get an encampment soon, in 2 turns. So this is going to be, this is actually going to end pretty quickly, so why don't I start with military training? With only 5 turns, this means it must be quite old, actually, and I've just continued to ignore it. Own 3 archers to get the boost for machinery. I know I have one. I might have a second one somewhere. Actually, I don't see it, so probably not. Should I purchase some? Should I be defending myself more than I am? I can afford one archer. But I'm going to buy it from here. I've spent a lot of money on essentially nothing, but it's just good to have defense units. Also, because this area is not claimed by anybody, barbarian encampments can spawn, and they can attack me, so let's hedge myself against that. Also, we remember that our friendship expired. Let's see about renewing it. Of course, the Zulu love us, but we're not going to guarantee that. Or that won't be guaranteed in the future, I meant to say. Ooh, they've unlocked Niter. They're ahead of me technologically. Envoys. Let's see here. Well, I get a boost to science if I use if I put him here, and if I get a bonus to faith if I put it here. Let's do science. Currently, let's actually see how this works. I'm currently at 26.5 science. It should go up to 27.5 if I'm right. Oh, 28.5. Let's actually read that again. +1 science in the capital and in every library. I thought I only had... I didn't think I had any libraries yet. I have one right here. Again, it's been a long time since I've played. This archer will slowly keep working his way across. And the galley will continue its journey. Alright. I want to get to the other side of this swordsman, but I don't have enough movement, so we're just going to wait the turn. It's good that our relationship is built on the strength of knowing other people's secrets. He's a gossip, is he? Actually, I want to go back here. Let me look. Is that a path? No, these are two mountains that are impassable. Yeah. Ooh, but you can embark. Yeah. That's your next orders are to go this way. You're gonna guard for now. Keep converting those people. They must know the truth. Alright, so the Vietnamese don't like that I have a small army. They would rather I have a much larger army. They don't respect me very much. Well, they're far away right now. Also, we know that they've been violent. Ooh, there we go. I've built the encampment, and that has taken a couple of turns off of the military training civic. Yeah, they've already conquered Hong Kong. I'd be tempted to free it if I had the least bit capability. Oh, there's a barbarian here. Well, I'm about to fully spend this missionary. Once you see that says spreads, this number started much higher, and every time I've clicked spread religion, it has gone down, and now he's fully spent, and butterflies is now the dominant religion. Ottawa's built the encampment. Apadana. Great works of art slots and 2 free wonders for only 13 turns. I want a settler. I need to be making some builders. We can come back to that. Ooh. What else? Oh, they're spreading religion over here. The Russians have sent a delegation. It's most welcome. Alright, World Congress. I've talked a little bit about this in the past, but I've done a bit more research. On the standard game speed, which I think is what we have, this happens every 30 turns. And we have to pick some amount, some voting on this. I have 48 diplomatic favor, which, as I've said before, lets me vote extra times. But I'm not going to spend any of it. I don't think I care too much. So I can either generate more grievances and if others generate more grievances towards me, or the opposite. Or I can pick someone else for this to happen to if I don't like them. I don't remember who I dislike, though. Oh, it actually tells me. You know what? You conquered Hong Kong. You're going to have a problem with grievances. There's still 2 more players I haven't met yet either. One of whom has also spent their much of their diplomatic favor, and one who hasn't. Border control treaty. So we can have someone, new districts built by a player act as culture bombs, or cultures will not grow. And Saladin wants this one, but he's probably targeting Sweden. Well, I'm going to target the Vietnamese. I don't want to spend any of my diplomatic favor this turn. Alright. Hey, this one won. So, the Vietnamese now have more grievances. Essentially, double the amount. If they dislike, if they do something that I dislike, it will generate more grievances at twice the rate. And opposite as well. If I do something that they don't like, they will have I will have grievances against them. I don't remember the terminology, I'm sorry. And an unmet player has better culture bombs. Looking at this, I don't know if anyone has spent much in the way of diplomatic favor. Interesting. No one has. Everyone was happy with their one vote. Alright. And we see the active effects. Yeah. Alright, return to the game. Military training. Yields from pillaging are increased. We've not been at war. We've not pillaged anybody. Plus 30% production towards encampment districts. Ooh, and harbor. And the buildings in these districts. We might do that. And increased yields for horses and iron. And I can build the statue of Zeus, which is statue of Zeus, which gives you a very sudden army, but very outdated army. So we probably won't build it. If no one, frankly, someone else may have already built it. But I am going to change policies. We've not had any barbarian fights recently. I'm not even really doing this for the encampment districts, but for the districts or buildings, but for the harbor ones. But I actually am planning on building another encampment soon, so yeah, that'll be good for a little while. I do like it when the military ones give us production bonuses. Yes. New civic. I have a builder that's about to come out, and I'll be able to get to that build 6 farms target very soon. There's Stockholm, capital of Sweden. Ooh, and we have a new city-state, Buenos Aires. Oh, I won a victory point, a diplomatic victory point. Actually, I should point this out. So in this game, there is the world rankings that tells us everything about who is winning different things. So I'm well behind on science. I'm number 3 for culture, number 5 for military, Zulu being at the top, so that's not great, that's not ideal. I am leading in religion. I have 14 cities that are of my faith. The Arabians have 13, so I'm not actually winning by much. And then diplomatic victory, I'm 2nd. with 3 out of 20 points. When you get to 20 points, you essentially win. But when it's hard to get that many, you really get them for doing some rather specific things like voting for... I got one just this last turn for in the... what was it? In the World Congress, the thing that I voted for was what won, and that is the extra grievances for Vietnam. So that gave me a free point, and this has obviously happened before. There are some world wonders that give us diplomatic points, and eventually there are actually just there are World Congress resolutions that are straight up this player gets or loses diplomatic points, and so you have to use your diplomatic favor to try and get as many as you can, and then you win. Most of the times that I've won have been through either diplomatic victory or cultural victory. Alright, Quebec City has built its ancient walls. Encampment. Right. Spending most of my money to do this, but right here. Delegation from Babylon. Alright, there's my builder. Ooh. So those tornadoes, you'll recall, damaged some of my infrastructure. I don't have a mine over the Jade, though I'm not sure I ever did. Yeah, I don't have anything here. I don't have anything over the horses or the stone or the sheep. I was planning on building farms with this. Okay. Keep going. Keep exploring. We're gonna come back to that. Alright, so I built this builder. Where is... Okay. Governor Leon gives us the bonus an extra charge to builders, so I should really be producing them out of Halifax. I need to build a temple. I need to build Apadana. I need to build another builder too. Lots to do. With just 2 turns, it's probably easiest to do that. I should probably build a quarry here to build the stone and boost the production of Winnipeg. Harvest these fish. An embassy. Okay, so they are ahead of me as well. I've not unlocked the capacity to build embassies, but the Incas have. Should be building some libraries and some more culture generating buildings. What happened? Did I lose? I must have completely missed that. I sent someone here. I sent a settler. And they just never reported in. Can't afford any units. Start getting some food. I've been playing this for almost half an hour, and I have not noticed that I lost the settler that I sent at the very beginning. Alright, so right now I'm trying to explore around this way, but I can't get into the territory of Buenos Aires. I need an envoy. Actually, can I send the envoy now? What would happen? So right now I can't go into their territory. Let's just do a little experiment. I do have one. I don't know exactly how I unlocked it, but... No, I still can't. That didn't do it. Alright, in a few turns the medieval era will end. Something else has happened that I'm noticing. I used to have a trade capacity of 2, but that's gone down by 1. So this is the downside of not playing a game for 2 months, is you lose those little things. Should I have just reset? Who knows? Well, I'm about in 2 turns that'll go back up to 2. And I'll just eventually figure out how I had a second one. Maybe a governor was somewhere that I moved them. Anyway. I'm going to build a temple there, because that'll let me buy some more advanced religious units. I think I might end this video here. And in the next one, we'll continue. Oh, I've boosted cartography. So many ships leaving the harbors of your empire. You long to document your explorations. What did I just build? Oh, I built another harbor. Okay. Alright, well, have a good evening, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.